funk. Thoughts deep, boys steeped in the depths that he sunk. Big stress, depressed in the middle of fall. Sky gray, I lay in the thick of it all. I wonder, how long can a human survive just staying alive or carrying the rest of the tribe? Waiting for the day to arrive or struggling dies, and I be doing way more than getting by. So why? Cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Realize life is so much more than just living a day. Every day I can sit and reflect and reconnect to myself and all that I've been given. See, giving up is not an option. So when I'm looking at gray skies, I'll be adopting a new way to deal with a test. Lord, relieve me of stress and bring me looking like when blessings drop in. And so I cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, here we go. Yeah, let's do this. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Test. Let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Woo.
Warning, the following image and/or content may be disturbing, offensive to some viewers. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. Yeah. Salute. Salute, 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 everybody. Salute, salute. Salute, 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 salute. Man, hit that thumbs up, hit that thumbs up. Salute, salute, salute. My name is Urban. Appreciate y'all tuning in to the podcast on this fabulous Monday. Yeah. Yeah, salute, salute, salute. Welcome, 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 welcome. Like always, I got a hell of a good show for y'all today. Got some thought-provoking content that I want to share with y'all today. Want to get y'all perspective about it. That, like always, I'm going to share my perspective on it as well too. So, oh goodness, goodness, goodness. So, without further ado. Since one got nobody in the building right now, as of yet. But well, without further ado, y'all, let's go ahead and get into the actual content. All right. So I ran across these videos, right? That's me scouring around through social media, right? Scouring around through TikTok. Scouring around through IG, scouring around through YouTube, and came across some interesting videos, man, that I want to share with y'all today, man. Man. Oh, Lord Jesus. I kind of watch a little bit of these videos. All right, that's a little bit of the intro of it, but I haven't seen the rest of it yet. So y'all is supposed to get a live reaction from me. All right, for sure. All right. So once again, make sure you hit them thumbs up, man, and we forget to this content on Lino. I see you in the building. Appreciate you a whole lot, bro. Appreciate you a whole lot, bro. Whole lot. So let me share this with y'all, man. The things that I see modern day women do to these men is diabolical. It is diabolical for real. See, when I be talking about the modern day women, I know other women, right? They be thinking that I'm just picking on women in general, but no, I'm not picking on women in general. I'm picking on these sort of type of archetype of women that exist out here, especially in the dating world, especially those who are currently dating right now or even married, because there are some modern day women who are even married, and it is crazy as hell. Yeah. But I be having these conversations because I be wanting to share with y'all the things that happens in this this said country dealing with modern day women, man. A lot of times when we be having this conversation, they like say these women, they regular traditional women, they think that these things doesn't exist. They think that things only exist based on their personal anecdotal experience, but it does exist overall. But nah, not at all. What I'm getting ready to present to y'all today, man, it really do exist in real time. It happened in real time all the time. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this content. And I want to hear y'all perspective about this. All right. First segment, let's get it.
Sleeping with my husband's best friend. Did I do it? Yes. Do I regret it? No. So hubby has started participating in this little flag football league, and that's where he met Derek, and that's when I was introduced to him.
Yes, you did hear her right. You heard her right. She literally cheated on her husband. Did she regret it? Nope, not one bit. Did she enjoy it? Yes, she absolutely enjoyed it.
That's bullshit.
Yep.
She belongs to the streets.
This story that we're going to share with y'all today, this is going to be one of those stories of you cannot turn a hoe into a goddamn housewife. You can't. You cannot turn a hoe to a housewife at all. But apparently these beta males out there, man. They feel like that you can. They feel like that you could want to take any woman, just convert them into their liking, and they just gonna comply. Yeah. But yes, let's run it again, y'all. Let's run it again.
Best friend. Did I do it? Yes. Do I regret it? No. So hubby has started participating in this little flag football league, and that's where he met Derek, and that's when I was introduced to him. I thought that he was super handsome when we first met, and also it was his swagger, the way he talked, the way he moved, his mannerisms that really got to me. He came off smart, witty, and intelligent. 3 things my man was not, and I was intrigued, to say the least. And I wanted my ego to be stroked by knowing that I could have him if I wanted him. So
Fellas, how many times have we ran into this situation with these modern day women, right? Where they're literally just try to pursue you just for the simple fact that they have egos, right? They're very egotistical, just so they can want to prove a point that they know they could get you at any given time. Me personally, I had dealt with these situations a lot of times, especially being a married man. It's something about when you're either in a relationship or when you're married as well too, where these type of women, they just crave for that. They crave for the thrill of the chase. They crave for that type of action just to say that they got you. These are the same type of women that you see at your workplace, right? And they'll literally make you become their work husband. Even though you're not participating in the foolishness, right? They just automatically deem you as their work husband. Hey, work husband, can you buy me a bag of Doritos? Hey, work husband, can we go out to lunch together? That's what they do. That's what they do.
villainous and sneaky process began. So I too had a best friend. And I knew that if my sneaky little plan worked and I used her in it, she wouldn't be offended because she was on the same time I was. So after coming up with my plot, I convinced my hubby to get me on a phone call with Derek. And
listen to the work that she's putting behind this that make it so diabolical. She is literally staging this whole entire meet and greet with this dude. With this dude that is allegedly his homie, his friend. This whole entire plot is unfolded to where she's literally using her friend, who's a 304, who's also belongs to the streets
She
too,
belongs to the streets.
a part of this plan. And I want y'all to listen to how the way it's going to play itself out.
of course, our first convo
Scorpio Salute, welcome.
was under the guise of him linking up with my best friend. We'll call her Angel. So me, Angel, and Derek commenced to speaking on the phone for maybe a week or so when she informs me that he's not really her cup of tea. It was music to my ears. My whore heart just soared. Because at this point, I had gotten my direct link, formed a relationship with him from talking over the past 3 weeks or so, and picked up on the hint that he was interested in me too. And
Here's another thing too that I find interesting. This dude already knew that Buddy is married to this woman, but yet and still, he wanted to go ahead and be the sneaky link. He wanted to go ahead and pursue this woman as well too. Now, I had homeboys who were in the similar situation where they became the sneaking link as well too, where different homeboys that would sit up here on dating married women. Had it happen. That normally what happened is that said woman would start becoming attracted to the sneaking link. All the way up to the point to where they literally establish a relationship with each other. But let's continue. Salute, welcome.
yeah, I doubt it was even a full day between my friend falling off that conversation and me and Derek picking it right back the fuck up and continuing on. And it was perfect because I can speak on the phone with Derek while in front of my hubby, and it was cool because he thought Angel was on the phone too. Boop. But eventually our conversations got deeper and more personal, so we needed a little bit more privacy. So what I did was I would make sure that I gave hubby a call little bit before I knew he was going to leave work, and I would give him a task to do that he would have to call and confirm with me in order to complete. So what I would do was I would be like, hey, I want ice cream, but I'm not sure the flavor I want. Call me when you're about to leave the shop and I'll let you know what the flavor is. So at that point, I know that I have maybe about 15 to 20 minutes before he gets home. So that way I can naturally get off the phone without pacing back and forth and looking to see if he's in the parking lot and all this other crazy shit. So yeah, I had it down pat. Things progressed a bit more, and then we started to meet up in person. Our meetups quickly led to our first kiss, and bam, before you know it, I was in the man's bed. Damn.
Crazy work, man. Crazy work.
She belongs to the streets.
But the crazy part about it is that she's not even ashamed about what she's doing. She's not ashamed that she's turned up her marriage. She's not ashamed that she's drawn a wedge between this alleged friendship between her husband and this dude. She's not ashamed of none of that. She's not ashamed of getting caught or anything like that. But yet it's still, y'all be asking everybody these questions. Is this stuff be real? Do this stuff be happening for real? Yes, it do. It do.
And he had me turned on harder than an old school pair of clippers. I thought he was going to be a loving provider and give me a safe space and be my peace just as he had been, just in a more attractive fucking package. And true enough, things were hot and heavy for a while. Okay, now for months, all I did was work, come home, take a shower, and leave out to see Derek. I started off telling hubby that I was going to visit my mom. She lived maybe 10 minutes away, if that. But that did not hold up for a long time because I was gone every single night. Of course, he would call and she would confirm because she was not going to tell a lie. No, she is not here.
That is also crazy work that even the mom is participating in this damn debacle.
That's bullshit.
That's crazy work. You would think that since the mom is older, right, she should be way more wise, should be way more mature. It should literally be like, hey, baby, you're married. What you're doing is messed up. Don't do that. But now, when you got a modern day mom along with a modern day daughter, this is the resort that you get. Modern day bullshit.
That's bullshit.
So that fell apart quick, but I did not give a shit because Derek was gone off me and I was gone off that dick.
Coco Gigi everything.
All right, part 2, y'all. Those of y'all who are tuning in, we are revering this diabolical work that these modern day women be doing to these men. These diabolical modern day women, right? They literally be creating a damn origin story for these incel men, for real. Kid you not. This is the exact origin story of an incel man. This is the exact origin story of man who become passport bros. This is the origin story of man who end up becoming part of the Mito or even the red pill community as well too. This is the origin story right here, y'all. Right here in real time. Make sure y'all get that thumbs up, y'all, as we go dive deeper into this content, man. So let's get it.
I actually remember hubby one time calling me in the middle of the day, which he never did when he was at work. So it was a little bit off-putting, but it was literally in the middle of a climax with Derek. And I was very disturbed, but not so disturbed that I did not reach my peak. Okay. But one thing about the truth is it always seeks the light of day. So one night me and Derek were together and he misplaced his wallet and could not seem to find it anywhere. So after I got done with the long night, I decided to drop home, and I had his jacket still, hung it up thinking that hubby would be none the wiser. Whatever. Hubby comes back, bam, in the living room where I was sitting, and he has the jacket and he's like, I know who you've been fucking. I freeze because if you know me, you know I can't lie for shit. So I didn't know what the fuck to say. This man pulls out this man's ID. Bam. Okay, me being quick on my feet that night in particular, I say, yeah, Angela was with us and we were just kicking it. No biggie. So that night was copacetic. Until one night we all decided to go to the local base gym. So hubby, the boys, and I were all pumping iron, which was a quick reprieve from me pumping dick. Now, to give you a lay of the land, we were on the bottom first level, and there was a second level that had treadmills right in front of it. So you could basically see the people that are walking on the treadmills. I saw a lady that fit his type very much so. Light skinned, cute girl. And then I noticed his absence. Then I put two and two together. And I said, let me venture my big fine ass up these motherfucking stairs to the second floor. And damned it if I did it and did not see him slouch down as if he's fucking stretching, but right beside the treadmill that this girl was on and sneakily talking to her. And Vinny Vidi Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. I had confirmed my suspicions, and just like that, I cut him off. I wasn't mad, wasn't sad, was just done. And
So, let me get this straight. She ended up linking up with her sneaky link to a gym, right? The dude decided that he wanted to shoot a shot at a gym rat that's belong to the streets, right?
Belongs to the streets.
She get jealous and cut this dude off as though it's dead in a whole ass relationship. Remember when I was telling y'all about this earlier, how the way these type of modern day women is, right? They'll literally do this whole type of cheating episode, right? But in their emotional mind, they literally thinking they are in a whole ass relationship with the sneaking link. So whenever the sneaking link is sneak in, they get upset about it. Oh, you're cheating on me. Like, what the fuck? How's he cheating on you when y'all already are cheating to begin with? Like, make that make sense.
till I got wind that he wasn't so damn done with me. Without haste, I about faced and made a quick exodus out of the gym and did not answer any of his calls nor texts for that whole night. Skip scene to the next evening where I was peacefully doing my hair in the mirror when I get interrupted by hubby. He's giving me his phone. I put my ear up to the phone and you can guess who it was. I was in utter shock. You literally called my husband's phone to speak to me? Wow. Mind blown. Derek commenced to over explaining and begging my forgiveness, and also kind of hinted at the fact that he was not above telling my man if we don't get this together again.
Now the sneaking link is sitting up here threatening her, saying that, hey, if you don't forgive me, then I'm gonna let your husband know what we've been doing. Y'all see how crazy this bullshit is? Y'all see this?
That's bullshit.
Lord Jesus. Man.
Now, this is the part with
Hey, E, check this out. I don't know what it is about TikTok where people these days love confessing their life stories on here. They love confessing their life stories on here for clicks and views. Why?
the chickens came to roost and the fallout was ugly. So not even 30 days later, and I mean, we are hot and heavy, heavier than George Foreman in his prime. I mean, attending church services together, going to family functions. Basically, everybody knew about us except for hubby. Then, bam, around 7 o'clock one night, I get wind that hubby is at that same gym with Derek's cousin. We'll call him Dee. And I hope he sees this video because he been a bitch. Now, Dee had accompanied Derek and I to many events. He even walked in on us doing the do before. So he could damn sure confirm that the relationship was deep. The backstory on that is we all had gone to high school together. And Dee had just accompanied us to church where he had gotten saved. Now, I was so scared that Dee had invited hubby to the workout in order to spill the beans. But Derek assured me, Dee ain't like that. Wanna guess what Dee was just like? That. Because Dee commenced to tell that man all he knew. Every single thing. In detail. And you can guess why he did. The good Lord told him so.
So, the high school homie became saved and sanctified and filled with the Holy Ghost and decided to snitch. He like, hell no, bro, no. Hey, bro, say, your wife out here, man. Your wife out here in the streets for real.
She belongs to the streets.
She out here in the streets for real, man. And I'm just trying to let you know what's going down. And she had the audacity to get mad at him.
Now you tell me what scripture reads, thou shalt snitch for the riches of the kingdom. Bitch, don't you dare blame that on the holy biblical.
What the fuck?
That's bullshit.
Oh, man.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
They had the audacity to quote a fake Bible scripture as well, too. God damn, man. If this ain't some diabolical shit.
Anyways, then boom. Next thing I know, Derek and hubby are kicking it together. And I just knew what was going on. I was basically getting aired the fuck out. And the next scene cuts to me at my mama house, trying to get right with the Lord. And I just can't seem to claw my way up out of the bullshit. Because guess where
Hold on. How's her and her mama getting together trying to get it right with the Lord, right? Where her mom was condoning the whole goddamn behavior.
That's bullshit.
these niggas stop next? You guessed it. My mammy house. Derek proceeds to tell my mother in detail our sexual acts. Poor K, my nigga, poor K. And after that, hubby moves all of my things back to my mammy house, back to my mammy house. And he moves around the corner from there to his mom's house. And for like a month, I was a reborn Christian. All I did was listen to Kurt Franklin. I was at this man's mammy's house begging him on bended knee to just come back and give me another chance. I mean, I wouldn't relent. And the man just wasn't giving in.
Coco G.
So, let me ask y'all this question. Do y'all believe that he should reconcile this marriage? Even though she was the one who went out and cheated on this dude. Do y'all believe he should go back and reconcile this whole entire thing and work this whole situation out with her? Or do you believe that he need to leave her out in the streets once and for all, file the divorce, and be done with it? What do y'all think? What do y'all think? What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Lionel said, ugh, no. Heck no. Speaking with y'all, real quick. Let me go ahead and go back. Once again, appreciate y'all tuning into the stream today. We are witnessing in real time how diabolical these modern day women are, man. This is one of the segments that we're going to deal with, and I got one more segment we're going to deal with a little later, man. Make sure y'all get that thumbs up, man, as y'all are viewing this content. Just Eat, I appreciate you in the house. Appreciate you on tuning in. Appreciate you. And Scorpio Mama, I appreciate you as well, too. Appreciate everybody else who is watching in the bushes, and you are catching the replay of the stream. Thank you. Appreciate you. So we stop at a part of the stream. She cheated on this dude, right? Had a whole sneaky link and everything. Got mad at the sneaky link for having another chick. And now she trying to beg for her husband to come back to try to reconcile the marriage. Now, once again, do y'all believe that he should take her back? Yes or no? Many of y'all say, hell no, he shouldn't take her back at all, period. I agree. Once when you go through this extreme to literally destroy your marriage for no apparent reason. Now, keep in mind, she did this for no apparent reason other than under the guise that she is a hoe. She admitted that she was a hoe in the beginning. I am a hoe. I'm a 3 or 4. This dude know what he was getting into. So, let me ask y'all this question. So, whose fault is this even more? Is it her fault for the one who's going through her urges and cheating on him? Or is it his fault for being a goddamn beta male and choosing her to begin with in the first place? Beta. What do you think? I think that it's Buddy's fault for choosing this woman. Buddy already knew that this woman was a goddamn hoe. Buddy already knew that this woman's for the streets.
She belongs to the streets. I'm
pretty sure that at one point in time while Buddy was sitting up recording her, right? I'm pretty certain that he ended up getting them draws and smashing her right then and there. I'm certain of it. I am certain of it. He got into that wet juice box, man, and fell in love with that goddamn juice box. He did. Fell in love with that juice box, that jungle juice. He fell in love with that jungle juice, man. And he like, you know what? I'm going to propose to her. I'm going to marry her. And she already told like, hey, you need to know that I'm a hoe. I'm a hoe. I'm for the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
He said, don't worry about that, baby. Don't worry about that, baby, because I could change you. Long as I can provide and protect you, you'll be good. She's like, okay. Next thing you know, she ended up married to this dude, and this dude ended up becoming a whole ass cornball to her. What, to the point where she got bored with this dude. Got so bored with this dude, she ended up hollering at the other dude. And this is where we at right now. Speak, salute, welcome in. Welcome. Yes, it is absolutely true. You cannot turn a hoe into a housewife. I don't know why these are cornball beta males think that they could do this. Beta. I don't know why these cornball beta males think they could do this, but let's listen to the final part of this story, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this.
And like I said in the beginning, I haven't been single since second grade, and I was not about to be dickless in Seattle. So I hit your boy D. Nope. Ooh, I almost said his name. So I hit my boy Derek back up. Well, he never stopped calling in the first place. But I relented, and we just got into a full-blown relationship.
So, at first, she was trying to reconcile the marriage with her husband. Her husband wasn't biting. So she said, fuck that. I'm going to go back to the sneaking link, and we're going to have a full-blown relationship. And that's what they end up doing. Having a full-blown ass relationship, but let's listen.
And for the next 6 months, I worked my butt off while he cruised around in my new model Explorer. Most days he came to pick me up late, called my job incessantly during my working hours, and on one occasion even came to confront my boss for over an hour, thinking that me and him had something going on.
What the?
He wasn't wrong, but still, my nigga.
Wait a minute, hold up. She said he wasn't wrong?
That's bullshit.
So she was low-key talking to her boss as well, too? God damn.
Chill. Because, honey, you knew who I was when you first came into this. A whore.
Listen to her. She said, now she's talking to the sneaking link. She's telling the sneaking link who she's in a relationship now with, look, you knew who I was when you got into this. You know that I'm a hoe. You know I'm a hoe. I'm a $5 hoe, a $2 hoe, a $0 hoe. I am a straight hoe. I am a straight modern day woman hoe.
She belongs to the streets.
So why is this even surprising to you? That's crazy, man. This is some crazy work, y'all.
Incessantly during my working hours, and on one occasion even came to confront my boss for over an hour, thinking that me and him had something going on. He wasn't wrong, but still, my nigga, chill. Because, honey, you knew who I was when you first came into this. A whore. A lady of the night. A scandalous ne'er-do-well. You knew I wasn't going to be nothing but hell. Ooh, but he was Hades. The man busted my gear shift, gave me 2 black eyes.
Hold up. Now she's up here talking about that this dude busted her gear shift and gave her 2 black eyes. Hold up, man. Hold up, man.
You're a lying sack of crap. You're a lying sack of crap. You're a lying, scheming, stinking, nasty sack of liquid crap.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Now, you ain't gonna sit up here and cap on us like that. And sit up here and say that this dude literally gave you a black eye and stuff while using a toxic ass relationship with your sneaker link.
Stayed bringing me to a church parking lot of all places to whoop my ass. It was exhausting. From the time I woke up to the time I went to sleep at night, it was all Derek. I had no time to myself the entire 6 months. I love to read. I love to make little jewelry and stuff. I didn't do none of those things. Nothing. I did nothing for myself. I don't even recall being able to watch a full fucking movie. Not a full fucking movie by myself. I was never without him unless I was at work. And even with that, ring-a-ling-ling. In hindsight, I'm thinking this coochie must be something crucial. Because there ain't no way. Oh yeah, and speaking of workplace, I moved to another location. Tell me why I was mortified. An older lady at the job pulled me to the side and told me that she always notices bruises on me, pointed out a couple bruises that day, and was asking me, am I okay? Fucking mortified. So they already know.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Chill.
Oh, hell no, man.
Come on, man. Chill. Let me ask y'all this chat. Just listening to her tell the story, right? Do you honestly believe that she was being physically abused by this dude? Do y'all honestly believe this? Because to be honest with you, I don't. I don't at all. I believe this particular part of her story, she just honestly doing it for TikTok. She's honestly doing it for the click and views because, like I say, I professionally have experience with dealing with women who literally have been abused, like for real, and they do not sound like this. They don't. They don't sound confident. They don't sound just like they done won the goddamn lottery, like how the way she's telling the story. They don't. They don't. But let's continue.
I'm getting dragged around like a rag doll after office hours. Anyways, after 6 months, I ended that. I changed my number. I changed my phone. I changed my freaking carrier. Matter of fact, I changed my damn city. I moved like 4 or 5 hours away. Okay, now we about to go over this speed bump. Don't even trip. I'm at home, which is my mammy house, kicking it with my best friend, Kelvin, shall we call him. When I get a phone call from...
You listen to what she said. I don't know if y'all caught that, but I did. I did. She said that she got away from that abusive relationship, right? Got away from that abusive relationship. She moved out of the city or wherever she was at, right? But she said that she had moved back to her mom's house again.
That's bullshit.
Keep in mind that this dude was already living in the same damn city where her mom was living. I'm just saying, if you're going to tell the story right, at least you need to dot your I's and cross your T's so you won't get caught in your lies. I'm just saying.
hubby. He's saying we need to talk, and I'm thinking nothing of it because at this point, he's the ghost of Dick's past. I cleared the room, hubby came over, long story short, we were back together. Bam!
Now she sit up here said that they're back and together again.
Bullshit.
The husband.
I moved to Baton Rouge 3 months later, meet a fine-ass cop, and began another illicit affair. This sort of...
Gets back with the husband. Moves to Louisiana. Sees a cop. And the cycle goes all the way back over again.
She belongs to the streets.
Hey, man. Damn. Hey, Lionel said our urban superhead talk just like her, bro. For real, for real. Oh man, Lord Jesus, man. This can't be real, man. This cannot be real. This cannot be real, man. But let's continue, y'all.
The affair with this beautiful cop would go on to last more than 7 years.
Wait a minute. So the affair with the cop lasts for 7 years.
I wasn't shit. Ow. I wasn't shit. But hubby didn't waver. We actually had another child, got married, and we were happy for 8 years and all. I mean, during that 8 years, I was cheating the whole time, but still, we were happy. That is until I ended up officially leaving him for another man, had a baby by the other man.
She left her husband, had a baby by another man. Hey, chat, I know y'all were like flabbergasted about this whole entire story. I know a lot of y'all in this chat, y'all simply saying, man, Irby, hell no, this cannot be real. This cannot be real, Irby. This cannot be real. This is like this literary line on TikTok, for real.
But all that's for another video. Now I'm about to react to some of these bitch ass comments.
All right, so to make the story worse, she decided to react to comments that people were saying on there. All right, but for the sake of this show, I'm not going to go through the one reaction of the comments because we all know how we feel about this particular story. All right, we know that at the end of the day, we know she for the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
We know that a lot of stories bullshit.
That's bullshit.
We know that she game over a lot of times. And we absolutely know that her husband was a goddamn beta male.
Beta.
We know, without a shadow of doubt. Appreciate everyone who's tuned in to the stream. If you didn't catch the first segment of the show, make sure you rewind and catch the first part of this. Shout out to everybody who's here right now. T Tizzle, what's up with it? Welcome to the lounge. My boy Tony in the lounge as well too. Welcome. And salute to each and every last one of y'all who are tuned in to the replay as this as well too. So we are reviewing today how diabolical these modern day women really can be, how vindictive these modern day women really can be. For real. Because for some strange reason, many traditional women, they honestly believe that these modern day women don't exist. They're just unicorns. Like men are just lying or telling a story about these type of women. But these women do exist for real. They do. They do exist. They do. Before we get into the second segment of the show, I have a real quick message to share with y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. All right. So without further ado, check this. Hey, Lionel. Well, when I saw this on TikTok, man, I immediately thought about you, bro. I immediately thought about you because every single time Lionel be sitting up here saying, Irby, you be sitting up here simping, playing the most simple ass songs when you be DJing, right? And then I see this, all like, I'm like, God damn, man. But now, when you think about it, though, if you listen to the lyrics of a lot of 90s music, right, them dudes are like some betas like ain't nothing.
Beta.
Them dudes are some true betas. Some true simps, for real. I ain't lying. I mean, I jam it, but damn. God damn. Hey, Lionel had also said this too, and I believe that is real true. Lionel said this. He said, Urban, do you honestly believe that the songs back in the 90s, right? Do you honestly believe that these songs in the 90s could work with these modern day women today? I said, bro, hell no. You better not try it. You better not try. You better not try using this type of 90s music with these modern day women, because guess what they're going to do? They're going to call you a beta.
Beta.
They're going to call you a simp. They're going to call you a cornball and everything. That's what they're going to do. Now, I'm not talking about y'all traditional women who's back in that 90s era, because y'all women in that 90s era, y'all still feeling that music, even to this day. But the modern day women, that ain't going to work. It is not going to work. It is not going to cut it at all. So, hey, fellas, just don't do it. You better not be playing no Jodeci. You better not be playing no Drew Hill. You better not be playing no goddamn Tank or none of them. Now, you may get away with Usher, since Usher is still kicking it. You may get away with him. But all the rest of them, they believe that all the rest of them dudes out there are some goddamn cornballs, for real. I ain't lying. So darn simps, for real. So don't even try, man. Don't even try that out. Don't even try it. So we've been talking about the modern day woman and her behavior and stuff, right? And I've been sharing with y'all about how the way these modern day women operates. We already looked at one story of how this modern day woman, she was married, right? She's married to this beta male. Beta male knowing good and damn well that she's a 304, she's a hoe, but yet it still wiped her up. And she ended up cheating on this dude multiple times. So in the second part of this segment, right, I want to share with y'all this particular story. Now, this particular story, it is happened on a podcast, okay? And I want y'all to listen to this modern day woman. Just listen to her mentality. Listen to how the way she think, okay? So without further ado, let's jump into the second half of the show and just check this out, y'all. I'm telling y'all, this is going to blow y'all away, for real. I already told him the expectation before we got together, before we got married. These are my expectations or the rules of this contract. They had created a contract agreement stated that he is going to take care of all the finances, period. And whatever type of money that she bring, right, she's not bringing it for the betterment of the family. She's bringing it for the betterment of herself. So once again, we're dealing with another situation of a dude who literally set up her bed a goddamn beta male.
Wow, you didn't really have to do all that. That was so
unbelievable.
Kind of you. So I have this special song just
for you.
Here we go.
Beta male.
I just wanna be a beta male for life. I know I'm trying to eliminate that shorty's strife. Everything just feels so right. I am never gonna stop simping at all.
So we got to cut this bullshit out. We got to stop this. We got to stop this as men. See, this is the whole reason why I honestly believe that there are men out there that really do need mentorship, for real. They really do. They need mentorship and they need guidance, right? Where you have other men out there that would teach them the importance of avoiding these type of women. So if you're trying to wife up these type of women. Now, once again, like I stated earlier, said again on this segment, this is the exact origin story of another dude who is getting ready to turn into an incel ass red pillar. This is what happened. This is exactly the origin story of how this happened. What these dudes end up becoming red pill, these dudes end up becoming incels, they end up becoming Me Too, they end up becoming passport bros, because these dudes literally chose wrong. Instead of vetting out that woman for quality, they vet out the woman for fucking quantity, like some goddamn beta males. The crazy part about it is that even though I disagree with everything that she's saying, right, The worst part is that I honestly believe that her husband is responsible for this bullshit. I do. For putting up with this, for dealing with this, for allowing her to do this to him instead of being a protector and a provider. One thing about that situation is that you also learn how to be a leader as well too. By being a leader, you have to set certain type of boundaries and expectations, even for yourself. When you're working at a job, right, there are certain type of boundaries that employees will not cross. If you cross that said boundaries, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get written up and or you're going to get terminated. Since we in this mentality thinking that relationships are a business now, why not run your damn relationship as a business for real? If that said employee, which is the woman, and they're screwing up or crossing over certain boundaries, fire her. Write her up, and she continue with the behavior, fire her. Stand your ground. Be a man and stand your ground. Instead of being a goddamn beta, like, okay, baby, whatever you say, whatever you want, I give it. Acting like T.I., I give you whatever you want. No, hell no. Because and even in business, right, it's transactional. It's transactional. It should be you should be reciprocating, not just a one-track thing. But this dude allowed this. This dude allowed this behavior, and just like I say, she just screwed up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what I'm talking about, man. Where I'm like, man, I'm so dead serious about this. I am so dead serious why that it's important that we literally be going out and mentoring these other men out here so there won't be no goddamn betas, so there won't be no goddamn simps towards these women. Wow. And all it takes for this dude to step out of line one time. That's all it takes. And she gonna be gone. She gonna be gone. Fellas who are tuned into this stream, right? You're either watching this right now or you're catching the replay of the stream. If you are this type of man who's a goddamn simp, for the love of God, bro, just don't do it. It is not worth it. It's not worth it at all. Because you are way more worth it than this. It's time for you to have some self-worth about yourself for real. It really is. It is time for you to have some self-worth about yourself. It is time for you to man the hell up. It's time for you to find out who you truly are. And being a goddamn simp is not who you are. It's not. These women out here do not respect you, bro. They don't. They don't respect simps, period. They will laugh at the simps. They will use the simps. They will manipulate the simps, but they don't respect you at all. All they're going to do is chew you up and spit you out and make you look stupid as hell. And guess what? You're going to want to come back out of this and you're going to be all mad. I can't find no damn good woman. Forget all these women, huh? Next thing you know, you're going to come on YouTube, create you a goddamn podcast, and talk about your sexual experience of you being a goddamn simp. But I'm letting you know right now, for one man to another, man, you don't, bro, you don't have to do this, man. Don't fall for this. Don't fall for this bullshit. If you have to pay a high cost just to get some cat, man, then don't do it at all. A matter of fact, I put it to you this way. If it's that damn serious for you to get some coochie, right? You might as well go out and get you a goddamn prostitute. You might as well go out and get you an escort or get you a stripper for the strip club if you're going to do that. At least if you're getting a stripper from the stripper club, at least you sit up prepared into their education tuition or something. You getting something to return her back. Helping the girl graduate college. So I don't know, but you might as well go out there and just do that. Then to deal with this. But should you? Hell no. Hell no. Not at all. If you build up your game, build up your charisma right, build up your mouthpiece right, you do not have to pay to play. You don't. I learned this throughout my dating experiences that I didn't have to want to pay to play. That I fell for this bullshit at one point in time? Yeah, I did. But that was only because when I went out there back into the dating market, I had that 90s mentality in my mindset. Well, man, you know what I'm saying? In order for you to get the girl right, you got to wine them and dine them and all the stuff there. You know, like the 90s doing and all that music stuff like that. But once when I had my come to Jesus moment, right? Once when I figure out that these same type of women is doing what you're doing right now, playing you and stuff, right? I immediately woke up from there like, hell no, we ain't doing this bullshit. And from that point on, I didn't have to pay to play. All I needed is a mouthpiece, and that's it. That's all I needed. That's a simple mouthpiece. And it came to the point where when I did went out on these dates and I did wanted to just play around just to be doing it right, all I had to do was speak to him. And these same type of women was literally paying for me to go out with them. They was literally paying for the dates and stuff. All because I had charisma and a mouthpiece. And that's all I'm telling y'all. Is that you don't have to want to sit up here and fall for this bull crap. If you get yourself together as a man, you build your confidence up as a man, you get your mouthpiece up as a man, you don't have to pay to play at all. I'm telling you. You don't. You don't have to do this. You have to fall for this, y'all. Yeah. It's guys out here that does this. It's guys who are literally simps and betas or beta male simp who literally do this dumb shit for real. Yeah, it is. It is. One thing I want to let y'all ladies know is this. I know a lot of y'all are thinking like this. A lot of y'all thinking that, man, my coochie is just the best. My coochie is pearls. My coochie is a gold mine. It's platinum. And all this. I know y'all thinking like this. But I want to tell y'all the truth about y'all want coochie. Y'all coochie is not that at all. It's not. It's not that at all. It's not that at all. All it is just a moment for us as men. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna be extremely real with y'all on this one. The one thing that y'all honestly coochie is work is for us sticking it up in there and so we could procreate with that thing. That's the one thing that is work. So we could procreate with it. If we can't procreate with it, where it could come out and we can have our legacy behind it, then it ain't worth nothing. It ain't worth nothing. It ain't worth nothing. All it is the equivalent of us having a hobby. Can I just be real tonight with y'all? All this work is just us having a hobby. That's what it's worth to us. It's like us taking up a hobby of building a car. Then once we're done building that car, we just put it to the side and do another activity. Then if we want to go back and revisit that thing again, then we just go ahead and do it again. We do. That's a hobby to us. If it's not serving us the purpose of us procreating with you, then it ain't worth anything, to be honest. Here's another thing, too. Do y'all know the difference between sex between a man and a woman? Y'all want to know the honest difference between sex between a man and a woman? Here's the difference. The only thing that possibly come out with us as men is where we end up ejaculating in you. That's it. But for a woman, right? A woman wants to be emotionally tied into the sexual experience. They want to have the feelings involved in it. They want to have the emotional involved with it. That's why men don't be too emotional when they be having sex. Am I lying, fellas? When you honestly be having sex with that woman, you don't be emotionally into that. You be in your mind, right? Say I'm lying. In your mind, the only thing you be thinking about is, man, I don't want to nut quick. Say I'm lying. I don't want to nut quick. I want to stay in her. So who can enjoy this? Her. Say I'm lying. The whole entire time we doing this, we just thinking about every possible thing that not nut fast. We thinking about sports. We think about cars. We think about the ugliest woman on the planet. Just so we want nut quick. Because it is designed by nature for us to do that anyway. Because that's the whole point of it. Even if we get up in that thing and nut within a minute, we have fulfilled our purpose. But y'all ladies who made that emotionally talking about, oh, he's a 1 minute man. He didn't do this and do that. No, he fulfilled his purpose by nutting. That is his biological purpose as a man, to nut up in you, to procreate with you. That's facts. That's facts. There's no man in this planet, I don't care who it is, there's no man in this planet will literally sit up here and say, Urban, yeah, I'm emotionally tied into this sex. I'm emotionally tied into this coochie. They're not thinking like that because they don't want to nut fast. Say I'm lying. They do not want to nut fast at all. But with y'all ladies, right, you be tied into it emotionally. You want to have an emotional experience. The only way you're going to be able to climax and do all these different additional things is for you to have an emotional experience or a emotional connection. If it don't happen, guess what? You're not going to climax. You're not going to do none of that. You're not. The next thing you know, you sit up here complaining to the dude, well, it was all right to me. I didn't feel all this. Yeah, because we didn't feel because we're not emotionally tied into it like you are. But some of us will sit up here and pretend that we are. But reality, we're not. Because in our mind, all we doing is that we just satisfying you. Hint what I'm saying. We're satisfying you. This is all what we're doing. Nothing more, nothing less. So that's the difference between the two. Y'all can take it how the way you want to take it, but that is the God honest truth about it. When you think about it like that, that is the honest God honest truth about sex between a man and a woman.
It's men out.
And that's why it's also easy for a man to go out and have sex with multiple women, because we don't have no emotional ties versus a woman. So when a woman go out and have sex with multiple dudes, she's emotionally tied to that dude. Just like the first story that we looked at, right? The first story that we watched, right? Guess what that woman did? She ended up getting into a relationship with the dude who she was cheating on. Because she was emotionally tied into it. Women get emotionally tied into that. But us as men, we don't get emotionally tied. Period. We're doing it as be done with it and don't even think nothing of it. No, bro. No. Don't sit up here and be a beta for this woman.
Beta.
Don't be sit up here and be a beta for this woman. The reason why it is what it is because deep down inside, that is how men are wired to be. Now, there are certain type of men like myself. I'm not wired to have multiple women's and have threesomes and be part of a polygamy relationship and different things like that. I'm just not wired that way, because the reason why is because I already put up with just one. That's all I need, just one. So in my mindset, if I'm already put up with one, imagine me putting up with multiple emotional behaviors. putting up with emotional estrogen, 3 or 4 of them at one time. That's too much. I'll be stressed the hell out for real. I ain't lying. I'll be absolutely stressed the hell out. So that's why I remain monogamous to just deal with one woman. Because I don't want all that stress. But there are other dudes out there that's built for it. They could handle that. Salute to them, the ones that who could do that. But at the same time, once again, see, women need to understand a man's biological makeup. It is in our nature to go out and procreate. Y'all call it emotionally cheating. We call it procreating because that's what we're designed to do. As men, we're designed to go out and procreate. You may not like it. You may not agree with it, but that is the reality of it. That's the reality of it. And besides, it wasn't no man who dubbed this stuff cheating and all this stuff. You're cheating. It wasn't no man who came up with the term infidelity and all this stuff. It was a man who created that. You know who came up with that? Feminist women who came up with that bullshit. Feminist women came up with that whole concept about cheating and infidelity and all this stuff there. They did. So that's the reason why this modern day think like that now. You're cheating on me. No, I'm just procreating. It's part of my biological makeup. That's why it's important as you as a woman, especially if you're in a relationship with a man. Especially if you're in a relationship with a man. That is why it is your sacred duty as a woman to make sure that that dude is satisfied. Meaning that when we say satisfied, it doesn't mean necessary pleasure. It means that every moment when that dude have his sperm count build up, right, and he need to release it, it is your duty as a woman to release it. However way you do it, whether if you go down on that dude or you let that dude have sex with you, it is your duty as a woman to help that dude release that. It is. It is unfair for you as a woman to sit up here and say, I'm not going to have sex with you today because I'm mad. No. Didn't that say you're getting mad because that dude needed a release somewhere, right? And he decided to get that release somewhere else. And now you're mad and you all butt hurt because he went somewhere else and got that release when it was your job as a woman to give him that release. Urban, what about if we on our period? That's when you go down on that dude. That's when you suck him up. That's when you go down on that dude and give him that release. That is your job as a woman to do that. Yours. Because if you don't do it, guess what? That's the old saying. If you don't do it, guarantee there's somebody else out there that will do it. So to solve that problem, right? Why not just do your sacred duty, what you're supposed to be doing as a woman, and to satisfy your man? Don't be all up in your feelings or anything like that. Do what you gotta do as a woman, satisfy your man. It's just that simple. If not, then that'll be the end resort what some of these dudes will do. Go out and they need to get that release, so they got to find it somewhere, and they'll go out to get that release. Same as that thing. Same as that thing when a man looking for a release and he decided to look at porn. He decided to look at porn and jack himself out because he need to get that release. Because he got all that sperm and stuff built up in him and it need to be released. Because it is part of his biological nature for it to be released. So he found some way to do it. If it ain't through his woman, it's through porn. If it ain't through porn, he done going out into the streets and finding someone who will do it for him. So to solve all that problem, you as a woman, that is your duty as a woman to take care of that dude. To give him that release. Your duty.
You're right. I can't.
All she had to do is prove herself, and she honestly believed that that is good enough. It is crazy. It is so crazy that women like her think like that for real. Y'all want to know what's even more interesting about this is that men, right? We are held accountable for the choices and decisions that we make. A lot of choices and decisions that we make, it can be life changing, meaning that no matter what you try to do, no matter if you try to prove yourself right, it's not going to change the outcome because you made a choice, right? It's not going to change the outcome at all because you made a choice. Like case in point, if I decide to be a robber or a drug dealer or a person who's breaking the law, right, and I get sentenced, right, and I got a felony charge, right, that is not going to go away. It's going to be with me forever. As long as I live on this planet, it is going to be with me forever. And I have to hold myself accountable for the choice and decision that I made to do that. When you go out and try to find a job, they pull up your background check. Oh, he got a felony conviction. He's unhireable. I try to go out and look for a place to stay, get a house or apartment. Oh, he got a felony conviction. We're not going to lease to him. You go out and try to date a woman, not these little dot pieces that's out there, right? These are the cum buckets that's out there, right? But you literally go out and try to find a good, wholesome woman. She do a background check on you, see that you got a felony conviction on you. Guess what? That good, wholesome woman is not going to be with you. She's not. Because that's too much of a risk for her. Just like everything else, it's too much for a risk for everything else. But once again, it is based on the choices and decisions that you made as a man. You get that felony conviction. Likewise, in this situation, see, women, they think that they don't have to be held accountable for the choices and decisions that they make. They think that they're the exception to the rule, when it's not. When you going out and being like this woman, manipulating men, using men, and you sit up here having sex with all these men, and you label yourself as a damn hoe, guess what? You as a hoe, you was going to be labeled as a hoe no matter what. It is not going to change. I don't care how hard you try to prove yourself. It is not going to change the outcome because you made that choice. Because at the end of the day, certain outcomes is not going to change. It's not going to happen. And so women need to understand that same process, that if us men have to deal with that, right, with certain choices, decisions that we make, women need to understand they need to be held accountable the same exact way too. There's no exception to the rule.
They become this great woman. This won't affect my love life at all. I promise you, I'm going to still find me a king.
The buddy laughing. I'm still going to find me a key. I laugh with you. You're not going to find nothing, not what you're looking for. No, ma'am. The most you'll qualify for is either them pookies that are out there or them little beta males that are out there. They're the only two you're going to qualify for. Whenever I hear people say stuff like this, especially men, they're automatically betas to me, man. Automatically. They're automatically betas, man. Because I believe that you should let things go, especially as a man, because you shouldn't be in no emotional state like that. Especially if you call yourself a man who have emotional intelligence. Yeah, absolutely, you should let things go. But that doesn't mean you should forget about it. Okay? That doesn't mean you should accept whatever the disrespect is. No, that ain't what that means. You let things go for your own peace purposes. So you won't be in that low level beta state. So you can move on as a man. Well, when I hear dudes say this stuff, I can just tell right off the bat that these dudes just straight betas. They just so emotional. They can't handle constructive criticism. They can't handle when people say something about them. They just always I just got to let them have it. I got to let them have it. I be hearing that bullshit on YouTube all the time. Bad, urban, I got to let them have it. I ain't going to let people talk about me. I got to let them have it. Got to let them have it. Bro, if you don't stop being no goddamn beta, bro, you a man. You're supposed to have emotional intelligence. That crap shouldn't even bother you because, first of all, wherever they say it is negative, it's not even true to begin with in the first place. Facts. It's not even true. So why would you even get emotional about something that's not even true? Why? It don't even matter. Who cares? But women, on the other hand, since they're emotional, they the ones who get emotional over this. Just like she got emotional about being called a peasant. And I laughed at it. She got emotional as hell by called a peasant. That's what women do. But not men, unless you're a damn beta. Shout out to the one Cash Out, by the way. Appreciate the whole lot with the one with Cash there, y'all. My bad. My bad, y'all. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad, y'all. My bad. My bad. My bad. Yeah, my computer had did an update. That was crazy as hell. My computer was doing an update, right? And I had clicked the wrong button. Yeah, my bad, y'all. But yeah, you know when your computer be doing that update, right? And you click you try to click the button so it won't restore the computer. I accidentally clicked the wrong button and it restored the computer by accident. My bad. Yo, my fault, man. My fault. But we're back, y'all. We're back. Appreciate y'all patience. And no, the Cash App did not crash the damn computer. Stop hating. Stop hating. But yeah, that's what happened. My computer, it was getting ready to do an update, and I tried to cancel it, and then restart the computer. So yeah, bye. So we're back. Let's get it, y'all. All right. So real quick, y'all. I've been giving y'all my overall perspective about her in particular, right? Having this modern day woman behavior. All right. I've been give y'all my perspective about it. We've been going in and all kind of stuff on the men being agreeing, the women being disagreeing, and we just been having one hell of a time on this stream, which I appreciate that a whole lot from y'all because we are enjoying ourselves tonight. But let me kind of flip the script on y'all just a little bit, all right? Just a little bit. Now, back in the day, right? There were men who was known as players, right? There are men who's known as players had the same type of behavior as this modern day woman. Facts. Had the same exact behavior as her. Where they was going out, they was sleeping around with different women, right? And they was doing all these things and stuff, right? They'll sit up here lying to these women, promising them that they was going to marry these women, but they had zero intentions of marrying them, right? Yeah, I know what I'm talking about, right? I know what I'm talking about these old simple ass dudes who simply do this. They'll literally sit up here and go and literally procreate with them, right? Not once, not twice, but about 5 or 6 different times procreate with this woman and end up leaving these women as single mothers to raise up children, of which the end result is that they get these modern day women like you see right now in beta males as well too, as we see right now. So let's put this into a perspective. Overall, in this situation, who really fault is this? Who really fault is the end result of creating her? Who fault it is? The men in our past, do they need to be held accountable for this, for doing this, for creating this resort where we sit right now? Do they need to be held accountable for this? I say yeah. I say absolutely. Absolutely they do. Because this is the product. This is the product of what these type of simp beta male men had did to these women to create this right now. This is the end result. It is. So they are just as guilty as this old modern day woman up here saying what she's saying, because all she doing is doing things no different from what these men did in the past. That's all she doing. And once again, I mentioned on this podcast that women are emotional, right? They're emotional. She's not doing this based on a man perspective, because men are not emotional. We're more logical than emotional. So we have a purpose to why we do the things that we do. Women, on the other hand, their purpose is dealing with the way they feel, which she revealed this on this podcast. She revealed on this podcast, right? The reason why she's doing this is because of what? It's because a man hurted her. It's because a man called her a peasant. It's because a man belittled her. And she got tired of it. Right? She got tired of it. And so the best way she know how to do to protect her heart is to become that very thing that she was trying to fight against. To become that very villain that she was against the whole entire time. To protect herself. So as a woman, she is doing this thing to protect her feelings, to protect her emotions. That's why it's easy for her to say that, hey, when it's all said and done, when it's over with, right, all I'm going to do is change my ways. But that's where the disconnect is happening there, because once again, you're not a man. So it's easy for us to turn this thing off and on. It's easier for us to do it because we're not emotionally attached like women are. We're not. So when she finally decides to disconnect from this, right, it's not going to be no instant process for her. It's going to take time for her to get back to the way where she need to be at. It's going to take for her to get some counseling and all kind of stuff. That's why she said this too. That's why she said, hey, he could teach me how to be the way that he want me to be. That's why she said it, because she know emotionally she's incapable of turning it off. She know it's going to take a process for her to get it turned off. Now, once again, I don't recommend her leaning towards another man and doing this, because once again, that's going to enter into a narcissistic, toxic relationship. But however, it'll be more beneficial for her to seek out some professional help to get it done. Therapist, counselor, psychologist, something. Hell, a pastor who's of a good sound mind, somebody other than another man to help her to turn this thing off where she can actually elevate herself and become that type of woman that she's trying to seek out to be. So just like I say, a lot of this stuff is blaming on the man in the past. It is. It is. But let's continue, y'all. So we're real quick, y'all. Do y'all agree with that assessment about respectable cheating? Furthermore, do you agree with Buddy's assessment about men just cheat just because? Do y'all agree with that? If y'all do, then y'all was paying attention to nothing I said earlier in the stream regarding this situation. Because I just explained the reasoning behind this. I've not told y'all that, just to make a summary, first of all, The term cheating and infidelity, that is a term that was created by feminists. They created the term. Second part of this, right, is that men are biologically wired to get they ejaculation because men are meant to help procreate. Women, I don't know if y'all are aware of this or not, you know what I'm saying? But there comes to a point where men end up getting so much sperm and stuff, right, where it needs to be released. Y'all may know it, some of y'all may know it as like blue balls or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But same concept where we get so much sperm built up where we need to get it released. And so our biological function wants us to release it somehow, somewhere. That's why I went to that whole rant earlier telling y'all that it was you as the woman responsibility to help him with that release. Now, the whole concept about this cheating thing, a man is not just going around sleeping with women because he want to be pleasured. He's doing it because he's looking for that release. But if you that type of woman who provide to him that type of release consistently, right, he wouldn't have a reason to cheat. He wouldn't. He honestly wouldn't. If you keep that dude, ladies, I'm putting out on game so it can help you in real life for real. Listen to Urban on this one. If you keep that dude sperm count depleted as much as possible, the dude is not going to cheat. He's not going to have a reason to cheat because he's going to be depleted all the time of his sperm count. Facts. Because it's going to come to a point where he's not going to even want to do nothing. It's not going to even be in him to want to do anything. Facts. So that's why I said earlier, it is your responsibility as that dude woman to make sure that happens. One way or the other. Stop getting up in your feelings and your emotions, how the way you feel, and do your responsibility as a woman to make sure that he's depleted. He's depleted. He's not going to go out there and cheat. He's not going to go out there and try to seek some type of outlet or anything like that. He's not going to do it because he ain't going to want to do it. Because once again, men, we're not emotional like that. We're not. But we do listen to our bodies. If our body is telling us that we need something, that logically speaking, we're going to fulfill the need that our body wants. Our body say that we need to work out. Guess what? We're going to work out. If our body is telling us that we need to eat more fruits and vegetables, guess what? We're going to eat more fruits and vegetables. If our body said that, hey, we need to get a release, guess what? We're going to get a release. But it is your responsibility as a woman to help us with that. Because if you don't, then that's where the dude would go out and find it somewhere else. I'm just being real with y'all. Now, there's other part about this respectable cheating. That's some full bullshit on that.
Bullshit.
I don't agree with that, period. That is like the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. It's respectable cheating. As long as you don't get caught, then it's respectable cheating. Wow. I don't believe in that at all, period. I don't believe in that whole concept of 80-20. I don't. I honestly don't. I believe that when you go out and vet that person, right off the bat, you should be vetting that person that they are fulfilling everything that you're looking for out of them. And if they're fulfilling that, then yes, you're receiving 100% of that person, period. The one time you be receiving just 80% or whatever, or 80-20, whatever this bullshit y'all talking about, right? It's where you're looking at unrealistic expectations. And that is me personally. When you look at unrealistic expectations, that's the results behind that. Where you literally want this woman and or this dude to literally be God. That's when that 80-20 thing comes into place. You want them to do things that they're incapable of doing. If you meet a person and his median range salary is 100,000, and that's how far he's going to go, then that's his 100%. That's how far he is. If you meet a person that normally he has that salary right, and he's actually a good man, and he's protecting and providing to you stuff right, that's how far he's going to go. That's his 100%. But the unrealistic expectation comes about is where you got this dude right, but you want this dude to be like a celebrity to you. You want this dude to be built like a celebrity and some weird ass stuff. That's an unrealistic expectation. Because if that be the case, go get you a damn celebrity. Don't just get a normal average dude and have the unrealistic expectation to try to build this dude up to be the celebrity. No. Accept the dude for where he's at. Same thing with dudes looking for a woman. You can't sit up here and get this an average woman and you got a Beyonce expectation over her. No. You accept that woman for where she's at. Because where she's at, she's 100%. Where he's at, he's 100%. It is all about we just accepting each other for who we are and where we at and respecting that. That's where the 100% going instead of that 80-20. Well, you don't got this, you don't got that. No. Or it could be even this. Y'all believe that 80-20 is when y'all disagree on some things. You don't see eye to eye on things. That's not no 80-20. That is you being human beings. Because human beings is not going to always agree on every little thing. They're not. You both have two totally different worldviews. You have totally different upbringing. So of course, you're gonna have totally different perspectives about something. And it's okay. It is healthy. It is okay to have disagreements. But even within the disagreement, that's still rank as y'all being 100. It is. That's not no 20%. Oh, it's just 20% because you don't disagree with me, sure. No. Not at all. We got a little bit more to this and we'll be done, y'all. We'll be done for tonight. Once again, appreciate y'all tuning in to this stream, y'all. I know this along with this podcast. That right there, no, I'm gonna say my final thoughts on this. I agree with them on that wholeheartedly. And I do my best to do that too. Keep my relationship private from not only the internet, but also private from, like family members and different like that, because that's true. Because once when you become a villain in other people's eyes, they always going to see you that way, no matter what. No matter how good you do, and no matter if you reform yourself and totally change, they always going to see you that way. And here's the evidence of that. Let's say that the relationship do finally end, right? Guess what they're going to say? They're going to say, I told you about that nigga. I told you about that woman. I told you that they was this and that and that. And they'll sit up here, throw you a party, throw you a divorce party, throw all these other parties because they already felt some type of way because you originally said something about them years ago and they never let it go. So that's true. That's why it's important. You need to keep a lot of that stuff that you deal with in your relationship in-house. And y'all just be two grown couple to the adults and work that thing out. If it takes for y'all to separate for a moment, then come back and, talk about it in the future. By all means, do what you got to do, but don't make outside forces hear about your relationship because they're going to judge it. They're going to judge it and they're going to want to manipulate your mind and thoughts about it. And they're going to plant that seed in there. And that's going to be your decision making. Well, in reality, it's going to be their decision making, but they just influence you to manifest the decision that they're making about your said person. But other than that, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and end it right here, y'all. Once again, thank y'all so much for tuning into this podcast, even with the slight technical difficulties. Appreciate y'all a whole lot. I appreciate everyone who stayed faithfully in the chat as well too. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all who are catching the replay of the stream as well too. Thank you. I appreciate it a whole lot. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this podcast today. Do you agree with the things that was been said today? The first part of the segment, even on the second part of the segment, do you agree with that or do you disagree with that? Even with my own perspective about this song, do you agree with it or do you disagree with it? Just let me know in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? I'll probably address you in the comments and we probably have a conversation about it. All right. So other than that, I appreciate everyone. I really do. I appreciate my moderators. I appreciate you as the subscribers as well too. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So with that being said, y'all have a great and wonderful night, and I will see y'all again on the next episode.